and welcome to Scooped, the ice cream review podcast where we try all the cone creations, signatures, slushes, and frozen foods on the East Coast to give you the ultimate scoop. My name is Holly Hagman, with me as always my husband, co-host, and ice cream connoisseur, Paul Percivali. Paul! Do you know what ice cream's favorite dance move is?
First off, did you do that from memory? Because it didn't look like you were looking anywhere.
I have most of it memorized, yeah. I didn't look at it when we did the last episode.
Yeah. Yeah, I was literally like watching. You were watching the waveforms, not the words. And I was like, "Oh, that's impressive."
I say it every time.
Well, I know, but saying it that fast, also without messing up, impressive.
Thank you. Now, an ice cream's favorite dance move.
The strawberry split.
Oh, that would have been clever. No, a dip.
Oh,
get it?
I get it, but I think the strawberry splits.
Might be banana split would have made more sense.
Okay.
But you know what? We're not here to critique my puns. We're just here to enjoy them. And since in our last episode, well, technically our last episode, we moved things around, but in the episode before that, we reviewed Haagen-Dazs, which we originally placed at the A tier level and have now bumped it to the B tier level. So that's a thing that occurred.
But while we were at the mall, Menlo Park Mall, where we went to go and review Haagen-Dazs, I think we mentioned it in the episode, but we accidentally came across a new ice cream place that we had no idea even existed.
And for this episode, we will be reviewing them. They are called Sweet Ice Creamery.
Yes. I don't think anyone probably has ever heard of them, except people who go to the Menlo Park Mall.
Yeah, they might. People who frequent the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, and then they look across the way.
Across the way, but literally.
Yeah, we went there like a day or two before Christmas, and we were looking around for some. One, we went there for Haagen-Dazs.
Yes, we had that in our plans.
And then two, we went there for some last-second Christmas shopping. And while we were in there, we had to go into a corner so we can cross the way to Barnes & Noble's, because we're Barnes & Noble's addicts. And when we did that, when we were about to pass through, I looked to the right and I'm like, what the heck is that? And then you were like, I don't know. And then we went in and we had the ice cream. And the rest, as they say, is history.
It's so true. And it's interesting, too, because this place, I think I mentioned it briefly last week. It's kind of a mystery because there is very little information online about this place.
Yes.
And as we all know, I don't like to talk to people on the phone. So I did not want to call and interrupt their work day to ask them questions about the ice cream shop. But we have the description from the Menlo Park Mall, and then we have some information about their ice cream provider.
Okay.
So to speak. So why don't we start with general background info, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of the ice cream that this place uses.
All right. I'll take it from here. So, located in the Menlo Park Mall in Edison, New Jersey, Menlo Park Mall has a reputation for being a high class and a bit expensive. Description on the mall website: a vibrant store offering an extensive menu of delicious and visually appealing bubble tea and ice creams.
And that's it. There was a one-sentence description of Sweet Ice Creamery on the mall's website. That's all we got.
Next time we go, I should try the bubble tea.
Yeah.
I've become quite a big fan of bubble tea. I even make my own bobas now.
It's true. We have them in the fridge right now.
Yep. Oh, and to clarify, I don't roll the tapioca starch or anything like that. I just cook the stuff.
No, we buy dried bobas and he boils them and uses them.
Yeah, I'm not that cool. Anyway, so location-wise, it's across the way from the Cheesecake Factory, and that indicates the likelihood of quality dessert?
I would think so, don't you?
I mean the fact they can survive?
They exist across from the Cheesecake Factory, and they're still open. The Cheesecake Factory is, yes, it's a restaurant, and people go and, eat dinner and stuff, but if you are in the mall, and you're like, I am coming to this end of the mall where there are 2 places I could go for a sweet treat. Do I go to the Cheesecake Factory, which has 8,000 types of cheesecake to choose from? Or do I go into this new ice cream shop I've never heard of and give that a try? I imagine it has to have a decent enough reputation locally for people to keep picking it. Does that make sense?
I would think so, yeah.
That's what that means.
I just wonder how long both of them have been there. Like, if they've both been there for a while and they're both surviving, then that's good. I'd just be concerned that maybe this place opened, like, a couple of months ago.
I don't know.
I hope they do well, because their ice cream was pretty good.
It was.
So, their regular store hours are from Monday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday to Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Sunday from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. That's nice. Close a little early on Sundays.
Mm-hmm. What
are the mall times? Does that, like, correlate with the mall times? Does the mall close early?
I think the mall does close early on Sunday. Hang on.
Okay. Because that would make sense.
I know we saw signs about holiday hours when we were there, but that could be different.
Closes at 9 today, but today's Saturday. And it does say here on the list that it's open from Friday to Saturday from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, and
so today is Saturday, and the mall is open from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
This Sunday, yeah.
And yes, so it's mall hours.
So it is mall hours, okay. So the whole mall. All right. I thought that they were like, I don't know, the pharmacy. That they, like, open late and close early on that particular day. No, not the case.
Welp.
Oh, well.
Either way. But it's still nice that they're open when the mall is open. So if you go to the Menlo Park Mall, you can probably try Sweet Ice Creamery.
Yeah. You could probably even get away with going right now. You probably would still have time, depending on when you're... Wait, they'd be listening to this if they're good listeners the second it comes out. So it would be like...
Which would be early Friday morning.
Right, so they'd have plenty of time.
After work, you can go and...
We still have enough time to jump in the car right now in our pajamas and go through the freezing cold to Menlo Park Mall and get the ice cream now, though.
We could. We're not gonna. But we could.
You mean we will?
You can.
Okay.
Have fun.
Okay.
I'm staying in my blanket.
All right.
For the record, I'm recording with a blanket on me because I am 85 years old. Anyway, so something I did find out. So again, not a lot of info about the actual restaurant on the internet. However, in my sleuthing and looking through the photos that we had of the time we were at the shop, I found that they use Hershey's premium brand ice cream. And boy, oh boy, do we have a lot of information to figure out and dissect when it comes to Hershey's premium ice cream. Okay?
It's very useful that you found this.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So, go ahead.
So, I'm sorry, I'm distracted by what you're doing.
I was going to look up something.
Okay.
Just ignore me. Go. Do your thing.
So, Sweet Ice Creamery serves... pretty much exclusively, because I went through, after some research, I went through and looked at the other flavors they were offering, and it matched the flavors on the Hershey's website. Hershey's Premium Ice Cream. However, this is not the same company as Hershey's Chocolate. They are different entities. Both entities are named Hershey's, and they both operate out of rural Pennsylvania, but they are not the same company. And there's even like an asterisk on the Hershey's ice cream website at the bottom that says not affiliated with Hershey's Chocolate.
They really don't want to be associated with those guys. Maybe there's
really
like a gang rivalry. Maybe there's a gang rivalry between the ice cream places.
Apparently there have been lawsuits and there's like animosity between them for the name thing. So
oh my god, I was just kidding.
So it's not good in that sense. But yeah, so Hershey's Premium Ice Cream Company, which is also known as Hershey Creamery Company, is headquartered in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. They make ice cream products such as ice cream, sorbet, sherbet, frozen yogurt, and other frozen desserts, like smoothies. The company, see, smoothies are on their list, so I stand by us going to Smoothie King. But anyway, the company was founded by Jacob Hershey and his 4 brothers in 1894 and taken over by the Holder family in the 1920s. It has no connection to the Hershey Company, and they have dealt with multiple lawsuits over the trademark over the years.
They're really brazen to be fighting Hershey.
I know. But I think, when did Hershey's chocolate come out? Because it might be older.
Well, that's probably the only way they could possibly get away with it. Well, while you're looking that up.
Wait, I'm doing this.
You got it?
This should be fast.
Okay.
It should be pretty fast. The Hershey's, they also were founded in 1894.
Oh my god!
What on earth? And they're not the same company. What's going on? That's unhinged.
They must have, made it at the same time.
That's crazy.
Who filed first?
Who got to the patent office before?
Yeah, who filed first? Someone did. I bet it's the guy who didn't use the asterisk.
Wow. That's crazy. Anyway, so, this is from their website, specifically a description of the Hershey Ice Cream Company. Quote, "A sweet victory. Enjoyed by millions since 1894, Hershey's Ice Cream is focused on producing innovative, high-quality products and providing industry-leading service guided by our family values of integrity, honesty, and respect. We strive to provide an unforgettable experience with each delicious bite."
And all that jazz.
Yep. And so we are also, I don't know, to me that sounded, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to make a loud noise in the microphone there.
That's fine.
That sounded pointed. I don't know why, just maybe because we just learned that they both were started at the same time and they have this, rivalry going. But that sounded like, we prioritize ourselves on values like integrity and honesty. It just felt sassy. It probably wasn't, but to me, just connecting the dots.
Yeah.
Anyway, but they also have information about how they make their ice cream and then their sustainable farming plans. So would you like to tell us about those things?
Sure. So, their secret to exceptional ice cream is our number 1 ingredient. As I would hope so. Mm-hmm. If it's not, then that's a problem.
Uh-huh.
After all, it's called ice cream, isn't it? We use locally sourced dairy and only the finest farm-fresh ingredients. Our products are rich and creamy because we selectively partner with local dairy farmers in rural Pennsylvania, Virginia, and New York to ensure the highest of quality and consistency. And they have sustainability plans.
Mm-hmm.
That's always nice. So the farms, they support local farmers from Pennsylvania, New York, and Virginia by using their products. Ice cream that cannot be used is saved and transported to local pig farmers for feed. Those some lucky pigs.
Pigs will eat anything, as you know, I'm sure.
It's true.
And that's they just the ice cream, for whatever reason, if it's not usable for humans, they feed it to the pigs.
Yeah, lucky pigs.
Mm-hmm.
The waste from our production plant is pre-treated to remove bio-oxygen demand before sending to local farms to use as fertilizer. It's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Sustainability. Our production plant uses ammonia for refrigeration, which is more environmentally friendly than using other methods.
If you say so, I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds sus.
That one I don't know about.
But I don't know enough about, cryogenic storage.
Yeah, me either.
To have a thought one way or the other. In terms of the equipment they use, they reclaim Freon gas in our freezers before we send them out to be recycled. That's cool.
That's nice.
In 2017, we began using gas in our refrigeration that is more friendly to the environment. Cool. 95% of our truck fleet uses the electric cold plate technology to reduce carbon emissions.
I don't know what any of that means.
Well, I'm assuming that They use like a freezer, like near
an electric freezer
to like freeze the some of the emissions. No, not.
No.
Well, the way I interpreted that was to reduce carbon emissions. I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Yeah, like in my head, because if you have a refrigerated truck, right? If you have a frozen thing, you would have to have a gas thing going for the freezer in addition to driving the truck. My brain says that this makes, like, the freezer is running on electricity.
That could be.
Possibly.
I was like really thinking out there. I was like, maybe they're using cold technology to freeze the carbon out of the air to make it fall and collect it, as opposed to like sending it out the chute.
I mean, they're living in 2045, if that's the case.
Yeah, really.
Like, I don't know.
And then the last thing on their sustainability plan is paper and cardboard. We recycle that. We require that all cardboard package be at least 40% recyclable paper.
There we go.
All of our industrial waste, cardboard, plastic, etc. is 100% recycled.
Yay.
I doubt it's 100% because some is sneaking into the atmosphere, but that's good that they're trying their best.
They're trying. There is an effort here. And I don't know, I think my favorite part of this is that the waste ice cream goes to the pigs on the farm. Yeah. I don't know, that makes me happy.
Yes. So, purchasing ice cream. Just spit it out.
Are we still recording?
Yes, we're still recording. It's right there.
It makes me nervous not to see it.
All right. So, purchasing the ice cream. Some of the signature dishes for this place are Hershey's Premium, and for this place, we're talking about Sweet Ice Creamery.
Sweet Ice Creamery, right.
Yes, we're not talking about Hershey's anymore.
No, so Hershey's is a supplier, as it turns out. They don't, from my research anyway, it doesn't seem like they have an individual storefront. They supply to other ice cream retailers. So places like Sweet Ice Creamery, or actually, fun fact, many moons ago there was a diner in nearby called the Red Oak Diner, and they served Hershey's ice cream for their dessert. So, yeah, the more you know.
Cool. So, as we said, they have Hershey's Premium Scooped Ice Cream, and if that is Hershey's ice cream that we had, pretty damn good.
Right?
They also have fresh fruit blends, and I think I saw a couple of people getting those, right? Mm-hmm. If I remember correctly, they were like shaking up some shakes with a shaker.
They were blending all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that's it, blender. Then they also have fruit tea, which is always nice. Mm-hmm. I mean, I personally prefer like green tea, but fruit tea is also pretty nice. And also bubble milk tea, which I am a big fan of. So next time we go there, I would very much like to try that.
Yeah, I mean, it looked good, and they had a lot of options at this place. A lot of flavors and different things. And some of those other options include fruit and vegetable smoothies. Vegetable, yes, is on the list. They had like kale and spinach and beets and different things on their smoothie menu as well.
Beets.
Mm-hmm. Not to be confused with the headphone brand.
Or the band from Doug.
Is that what they were called?
Yeah, they were called the Beats.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were a parody of the Beatles.
That's silly. Okay. Milkshakes. Something called waffle lovers, which I assume are waffle ice cream sandwiches.
That's what I was guessing.
And acai fruit bowls.
Uh-huh.
So,
always like those. And I saw them making a couple of them. They look good.
Yeah, they did look good. And you know what else? Remember how I said that this place serves smoothies and that Hershey place is an ice cream retailer and they make smoothies, and that makes me feel okay about having Smoothie King on our episode list?
Uh-huh.
I stand by the fact that we can do a Pliables episode in the future.
Yes.
Because a lot of these places also serve acai bowls.
And it's also frozen.
And yeah, it's frozen and delicious.
So I want an excuse to go to Pliables.
Okay. But that's all the options we have. They serve a lot of different things. And then we got some fun flavors to try.
Mm-hmm.
And I cross-referenced the flavors we ordered.
And they're all flavors that are available from Hershey?
Hershey premium ice cream flavors. Yes.
Very good. Very good.
And they had descriptions from the Hershey's website that we'll be reading.
That's the place that also just smelled really... Wait, was that one of the places that smelled really good? I'm not sure. I'm looking up my notes.
Okay.
But go ahead with describing yours.
Alrighty. So, I got a medium cup, which was 2 scoops. Or 2 flavors, rather. And you could pick your 2 flavors, and so I figured since I saw a bunch of things that I hadn't really seen in previous places, that it would be a good time to try something new. And my first flavor is called Dark Chocolate Raspberry Truffle. And as you guys know, big fan of dark chocolate ice cream. It's the only reason that Cold Stone rates as high as it does on our list, to be honest, is because I love dark chocolate ice cream. And this particular flavor is described, according to the Hershey people, as delicious dark chocolate ice cream with tasty raspberry flavored swirls and chocolate flakes. Now, fun fact about us, this exact flavor profile was our wedding cake.
Yes, it was.
And we had a chocolate cake with chocolate ganache and raspberry jam, and it was fantastic. So I saw this flavor and I got really excited because I was
it was stolen from me.
Get over it.
I'm never going to get over it.
It's been 3 years.
It's never going to...
Let it go.
Has it?
Almost.
It's been 2 years, hasn't it?
It's been almost 3.
I'm losing my mind.
It's 2 and... It's closer to 3 than it is 2.
Okay, then.
Anyway. So yes, dark chocolate raspberry truffle. It was this rich dark chocolate ice cream with raspberry swirls and chocolate pieces in it, and it was really, really good. And I know I've talked about this at length on the podcast before, but for whatever reason, dark chocolate ice cream, my experience with dark chocolate ice cream is that it tends to melt really, really fast. I don't know if it's something in the dark chocolate or whatever they're mixing with it doesn't connect properly. I don't know.
Molecularly, something's off.
Something's weird in the science. The Hershey's Premium Ice Cream people and the people at Sweet Ice Creamery have cracked the code on dark chocolate ice cream.
Because it wasn't melting.
It wasn't melting all over the place. It was the perfect consistency the entire time I was eating it. It was really, really good. I enjoyed that very much. Now, should I talk about my second flavor, or do you want to do a flavor and then we'll go back? What do you want to do?
Sure, I could do that. So, my 2 flavors... Well, should I just say one and then the other?
That's what I was asking before. Should I finish mine and then you want to go?
You know what? Go ahead.
Okay.
Let's make this simple.
All right. And then my second flavor is something that they called Coffee House Cookies and Cream, which is described as our delicious coffee ice cream loaded with cream-filled chocolate cookie pieces, which they're Oreos, guys. Let's just be honest. They can't say Oreo. They're Oreos.
Yes.
Because they are not... No one in their right mind is going to the store and saying, I would love to buy some cream-filled chocolate cookies. No. Oreos. Anywho, we all know I love coffee. I love Oreos. There was not a thing wrong with this ice cream. It was really good. It was like almost like a cold brew-y flavor for the ice cream itself. And it had a generous amount of the Oreo pieces crushed up in there. There was a good texture from that. All really good things. And then my 2 flavors happen to go really well together because you got the rich dark chocolate, and it's like they're both a little bit kind of bitter-ish because you got the dark chocolate and the coffee, but the sweetness from the raspberry and the Oreo was like really working, and I just thoroughly enjoyed this so much. 10 out of 10.
Really?
Well, probably like a 9, but it was really good.
Okay.
My stuff was really, really good.
Because my stuff was really good too.
Yay!
Once I get the yawn out. All right. So my two flavors were the key lime pie and, well, I'll start with the key lime pie, which is a rich lime mousse ice cream swirled with lime and whipped cream ribbons and graham cracker chunks. What is whipped cream ribbons exactly? What is the definition of that?
Like whipped cream in ribbons.
Mixed in with...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just like swirls of it, essentially.
Again, it's very similar to the one that I had from Jersey Freeze. Really good. Really, really good. I could swear that I got like maybe some film of lime in my my ice cream, and it was like it definitely had like that natural lime flavor. Mm-hmm. Like anything natural, fantastic in my book. But also, they had like good amount of little like the crust of the key lime.
Mm-hmm. The graham crackers.
Yes, and let's see. According to my notes, loaded with pie crust. The texture was really good, and the dairy content seemed pretty high. So it was very creamy, and there didn't seem to be very much runoff, which was good. I mean, if you're paying for ice cream and you're paying for a decent amount for ice cream, you want it to taste really good, and this was one of those really good tasting ice creams.
True. And especially if you're, like, looking for a flavor like key lime pie, you don't want it to be muted, right? You want that, like, lime flavor.
I'm paying for lime, and I want lime.
And it had the lime flavor.
And it gave me that lime.
It did.
Yes. And then for my next flavor, I also had, what was the peach one, right? Mm-hmm. The one that you kind of wish that you could, that you got. No, not specifically. You wanted to try it. And then I was like, okay, I'll make that my second flavor. And I did. And, ooh boy, that was some good peach.
Their description is very simple for this one, though.
Okay. Creamy peach ice cream with peach slices. And let me tell you, there were peach slices in that thing.
Slices.
There was 2 whole slices of peach. And we have a picture to prove it. Slightly bitten, because I didn't think about it until I took a bite out of it. But there was a whole peach slice in that thing, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you ate, like, half of a peach. Like, an entire peach in your scoop.
Yep. And I feel like some people... Stop it. Some people would consider that cheating with how much fruit that they put into it, because it wouldn't be ice cream. But those people are crazy.
Yeah,
and
they're wrong.
And they're wrong. So they need to go away.
That's the wrong opinion. Anyway.
Really good. And a couple of things that we didn't really mention before. They have so many toppings. Yeah,
I remember that.
The store itself, by the way, the store, really nice looking.
Oh, it's so adorable. They had a cute little, couple different types of cute little seating areas. They had, like, chairs and stuff, and they had, like, a little couch thing. And, we took a picture because it wasn't very crowded because I guess, most people 2 days before Christmas aren't getting ice cream. Although, we did have a couple other people in there with us. It wasn't, like, empty.
Yeah.
But
they were getting smoothies and
the acai bowl.
And the acai bowls. We were the ice cream getters.
Mm-hmm.
But also, along with, like, all that stuff, they also had 2 other machines in the building.
Yes.
Which we wouldn't have even remembered if I didn't write this down. They had a Dippin' Dots machine. Mm-hmm. Which we thought about getting.
We thought about it, but we already had to go. So, like, behind the scenes stuff, remember, we explained we went to Menlo Park Mall with the intention of getting Haagen-Dazs. And then we accidentally found this place, and we're like, well, we're here, we might as well try it. Then we went inside the door, and they also had a Dippin' Dots freezer. And we were like, or at least I was going, that's so much ice cream, I don't know what to do. I have too many things to try. So we did not try the Dippin' Dots.
But we will go back eventually.
We will. Now we know where they are, so we're going to go. It'll be okay.
All right. And they also had a cotton candy machine. It wasn't working, but there was a cotton candy machine. Do you remember?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was next to the Dippin' Dots machine.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah, you see, this is why I write things down, because this is things that we would never remember if I didn't do it.
Yeah, definitely.
So they also had a ton of cool toppings.
Yes, talk to me about the toppings.
So I remember they had like the general toppings. They had sprinkles. I think they had like, what else do they have?
Well, yeah, I think they had like Reese's peanut butter cups.
That's what I thought.
Oreos and, your usual.
But they some of the fun things I saw were they also had nerd clusters, which is like those balls of nerds with the gummy things.
Yeah, those things look like, what are those things called?
Describe them.
In like, science, cellular...
I know what you're talking about.
Thing.
Yeah, the very small diagram version of it with the circle with the things popping off of them.
Yeah, what? It's like is it a nucleus? I don't know.
Either way, I know what you're talking about.
It looks like that.
It looks like a bacterial cell.
Yeah, sure.
Or a virus.
A little germ candy that you can eat.
Yes. Germ candies. That's what we'll call them from now on.
Delicious.
But they also had gummy sharks.
Oh, not the gummy sharks.
I do love the gummy sharks, even though I traumatized my sister with them when we were younger by biting off their heads and legs and arms.
We haven't talked about gummy sharks since the Rita's episode.
I was about to say, we have. It's a thing we've done. And then also, there was gummy fruits. I'm trying to remember what they looked like exactly.
Gummy fruits?
Yeah, I think that they were like, they might have been... it says here gummy fruits. If they were the jelly fruit slices, I would have said that.
You would have written that down. These are probably like different shaped gummy
fruits, but in the shapes of different fruits.
I don't like gummies in ice cream. And I know that a lot of people do. And I know that you do.
Uh-huh.
I do not. I think that because I'm not a big gummy person to begin with. And then when you put them in ice cream, they get really, really hard and difficult to chew.
That is a good point, yeah.
This is a hot take. I don't love chocolate chips in ice cream either, depending on the flavor.
Get out of my house.
Sometimes.
No, I don't like chocolate chips either.
Sometimes they get too hard from being frozen and then it hurts your teeth.
It's true.
So it's just like, it depends.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
On that.
You're right. Gummy bears and gummies are not usually that good in ice cream, unless you throw them in there and you eat them quick before they freeze.
Right, before it settles. And then it's like impossible to eat.
Yes. But yeah, really cute store. Nice atmosphere. And lots of choices.
And can we talk about how adorable the cups were?
The cups?
Yeah, the cups. You not remember the little panda?
You have... Oh, the cups! The cups that the ice cream came in.
Yeah. The little panda guy on the cups. He was so cute.
Yeah, this place definitely had a very, Asian Japanese aesthetic.
Life is sweet. Is their slogan, apparently. Oh my god, I forgot about this monstrosity.
Kill it.
So, while we were at the...
You really want to get into that?
I do!
On this?
I think we have to.
I don't think we have to get into that.
I don't know if I'm allowed to include...
This is a PG podcast, honey. Put it away.
I don't know if I'm allowed to include this picture, so
We're not.
Won't.
We're just going to say that we went to a gacha arcade, and we found some really sus prizes.
And they happen to look like very pale mushrooms.
Yeah, let's go with that.
And that's what I will say.
That's it. That's all we're getting into.
If you know me personally and you'd like the picture, you can text me when you listen to this episode.
Annie.
Right.
Maybe Aunt Ruthie, too.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, but we're not getting into that here. We're not doing it, honey. Put it away.
Oh, but yeah, I mean,
if I can't curse, we're not doing that.
Fine. Their serving cups were really cute. They had the
little pandas.
Little pandas on it for the ones we got, but if you look closely, they also have the different sizes have different animals.
Oh.
So there's a kitty cat, there's a bunny rabbit wearing glasses, and what looks to be a bear.
That looked like that mask thing from Spirited Away.
Oh, because it's upside down?
Yeah, because it's upside down.
That's horrifying.
No face. That's its that. I think that was its name.
Yeah, it kind of does look like that, but it's a bear.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
It's a little grizzly bear. But yeah, all the different...
Nothing little about grizzly bears.
The different cups have different animals on them, so it's super cute.
But yeah, aesthetically, the whole store was very cute. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed going there very much, and it was nice that we did not expect to even find it. We didn't even know it was a thing. Despite all the research that you've done, it never came up on your list.
I have a list of, no joke, close to 200 ice cream shops in the tri-state area.
We're never going to run out of stuff to review.
And this was not on the list. It was not on the list. We just found it by accident, and now it's episode 26, so...
Cool.
Cool.
That gives me hope that we can't possibly run out of ice cream places.
Never. Because even if we somehow did in the area, there's a whole other world out there of ice cream.
Yes. And also, we could go back to places we did and then try different things.
Yes, try new things.
And see if that affects their placement on the tier list.
I definitely have to give Jersey Freeze another chance.
You do.
I do.
You monster.
Maybe we'll go to the Bellworks one since it's closer.
That's a good idea. That's at least switching up the exact location that we review.
Yeah. These are future plans. But yeah, as far as Sweet Ice Creamery goes, it was really cute. It was really good. And it had a lot of stuff to choose from. And I gotta tell you, the pricing was very reasonable. We spent approximately $15. It wasn't even a full $15. I'm pretty sure it was like $14.70.
Okay, so each of our ice creams were like $7 each.
Yeah, approximately.
And we got the same thing. It was like a cup and 2 scoops.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, $14.72. Look at me remembering stuff.
Well, very nice.
Mm-hmm. $14.72 for 2 medium ice cream cups. And to be fair, they were not stingy with the scoop sizes either. It was it was a good amount. And especially, like, we had that, and then I think that hindered how Haagen-Dazs did for us, because when they handed us the, like, tiniest little cups, we were like, what the hell is this? You know?
Mm-hmm.
It was not, it was a very interesting comparison, that's for sure.
All right. So then, let's see. We went over the flavor. We went over the experience, the atmosphere, the location, the creaminess, the consistency, the cost.
You know what time it is.
Yep. It is time for the placement on our fresh, brand new, readjusted tier list.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, for the audio folks at home, let's just reiterate, because we've changed the tier list a little bit. So, here we go. In the S tier, we have Allstead Farms, Frozen Flavors, Milkcraft, Surreal Creamery, Ryan's Homemade Ice Cream, Mystic Drawbridge, Friendly's, and the Baked Bear.
In A, we have Nicholas Creamery, Gabriel's Fountain, Strollo's Lighthouse, Sunday Afternoon, Carvel, Smoothie King, and Frozen Yo Cafe.
In the B tier, we have Ralph's Famous Italian Ice, Baskin Robbins, Haagen-Dazs, and Jersey Freeze.
In the C tier, we have Rita's, Cold Stone Creamery, Shake Shack, and Dairy Queen.
And in the D tier, we have Magnificos and Mini Melts.
Okay. So now it's a matter of where does this place go?
Okay.
I wrote down a thought earlier, like when we went there, and apparently it was on the 23rd, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you want to, where are you thinking about putting it?
Well, I think I'm reading your thought, your note, and I think I'm in agreement that is the level it's at.
But it's just a matter of where exactly,
yes.
Taking into account everything else.
Right. So, Paul and I both seem to feel it belongs on the A level, but the question is where. Right. So, let's do this one by one here.
Okay. So, would I go to Frozen Yo Cafe or Sweet Ice Creamery? And I don't think that that's like a good comparison because I really do like Frozen Yo Cafe.
Yeah, this would be higher if it was just up to you.
But it's not up to me, and you don't like the place as much as I do.
was gonna say, I don't dislike the place. They had chocolate-covered pretzels as a topping. That's like...
They had everything as a topping.
I know, they did. They really did.
And I'm a topping guy.
Yeah?
Topping guy. Yeah. So, but we can put it above the Frozen Yo Cafe.
Okay.
So now it's a matter of Smoothie King. And
I would put it above Smoothie King.
I would too.
Okay.
So then it's a matter of comparing it to Carvel. Would you go to this place over Carvel if they were both next door to one another?
I might, honestly.
I might too.
Because they had flavors that you don't see all the time. And
their flavors were really good.
And the ice cream.
They had the boba tea.
I was going to say, and if you didn't necessarily want ice cream, or you wanted to get a small ice cream and a small boba, you could get both. You know what I mean? Like, you could... possibilities are endless there.
Yeah, they had the boba tea. They had the acai bowls. And they had the smoothies. And the shakes. What are you counting?
Seeing how many are on the A list.
Yeah, so it's going to be 8 after this. So now, I would definitely say that it is very comparable to Sunday afternoon.
I was literally thinking that, yeah.
They have a very similar aesthetic. Colorful and fun. The flavors were really good. Sunday afternoon was the one I was thinking about that had like very distinct flavors. Like the flavors were really strong. Mm-hmm. Like I could smell that apple pie straight through the glass. Yeah,
you talked nonstop about how that shop smelled so good while we were there.
So
would you say that Sunday afternoon was better than Sweet Ice Creamery?
They're different, though, is the thing.
Okay.
It would be hard for me to choose. Sunday afternoon had like some top tier hard ice cream, but
so did Sweet Ice Creamery.
They did, but they also had the bobas and they had the acai bowls.
Well, we didn't try those though. We don't know if they were good.
That's
they looked
true.
Good.
That's true. We did not try it. Maybe when we go back one day, we can like make a better judgment call because I'm not going back to that Haagen-Dazs. It was too expensive.
No, thank you.
All
right.
What do you want to do?
I feel like a reasonable person would put it after Sunday afternoon before Carvel.
The reason being because we tried so many of the ice creams because we had like 3 other people with us and we were able to test them. Is that the reason?
However, I'm not a reasonable person.
Oh, I'm a logical, reasonable person.
So I feel my gut is telling me 4th in line after Strollo's before Sunday afternoon.
Wait, before Sunday afternoon?
Yes.
I thought you were going to say after.
No. My gut is saying before. Between.
I really liked the store. I really liked the ice cream. And I really like how they had other things available. Is that your reasoning?
I love dark chocolate ice cream.
Yes.
They arguably had the best dark chocolate ice cream I've had to date.
Really?
Now, yes. Now, the only other place that had comparable dark chocolate was Nicholas Creamery. With
the one time.
Death by Chocolate was the name of the flavor.
But that's not there all the time, right?
It's not there all the time. And they had a ton of chocolate chips in that blend. And as I just got done saying...
You don't like it.
I don't like when there's too many chocolate chips because it's hard on your teeth. So
you want to put it before Sunday afternoon. I could live with that. Because I like the aesthetic of the store. The prices were about comparable. I like the options. Did they have... In Sweet Ice Creamery, did they have soft serve?
I didn't see soft serve, and it wasn't on their menu board.
I don't really think I saw any cones around either, so I think that's probably true.
They might have had cones, but I don't think
But they were probably for the hard ice cream.
Yeah, I think they were.
Yeah, I think that's probably the case. I don't remember seeing anyone with soft serve ice cream.
They had Airheads as a topping.
Wow, that's crazy.
They have rock candy?
Rock candy?
This is wild.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they had some crazy toppings. I'll do that. Well, I definitely agree. I would say we put it, like, a little bit higher than middle place, in A tier, between Strollo's Lighthouse and Sunday Afternoon. So that'll be 4th place on the A tier.
Okay.
You agree?
That sounds good to me.
We have to go back there, definitely. To taste Dippin' Dots.
Don't sound so excited about it.
I mean, who knows? They could be much better than Mini Melts, but for some reason my gut is telling me that they're probably not going to be any different.
No, you don't think?
I don't think. But we do need to try Dippin' Dots eventually. That just seems like a war crime. We go to Sweet Ice Creamery and we walk out with Dippin' Dots. It's like the most average human American thing to do.
Well, here's what we can do, right? So we can get the Dippin' Dots, but also get a boba.
We split a Dippin' Dots.
We'll see. Anyway, so you heard it here, folks. It is on the A-list, Sweet Ice Creamery. It's a hidden gem of the Menlo Park Mall. Give it a try.
Yes, please go over there and have some ice cream and support them before they get crushed by the Cheesecake Factory.
Yes, the conglomerates at the Cheesecake Factory. So, thank you for listening. As per usual, we enjoyed episode 26, and we hope you did too. Be sure to follow, like, subscribe, all the social media things, donate to our Ko-fi, tune in every time we release an episode, because that's the best way to support us.
Yes.
And remember to tune in next week for a review of a fast food franchise whose burgers, snacks, and hot dogs rival the quality of their frozen treats.
Do they?
I think so. They're about even.
I will take your word for it.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Yes, thank you, as always, for listening and looking at stuff on the images part. Because we work hard on those. You should definitely look at the pictures. Okay. All right. Bye.